Hey guys, my name is Brittany. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future practices. This yin practice is all about feeling supported. I'm going to offer every pose with the help of a bolster. It'd be nice if you had 2 blankets, one to put on your mat and then one to have either for warmth or some type of support, and then 2 blocks. Let's get started in a supported fish. We're going to take our bolster just to the back of our mat. I'll take our hips to the base of the bolster. And you could have your legs just laying out long in front of you as we lay back onto the bolster. Or you might like to take the soles of the feet together, bringing your blocks underneath the knees. So coming to lay back. I'm even going to take my extra blanket and just lay this right over my pelvis. And closing the eyes. And just wiggling around. Letting the arms come out by your sides. So whether you have the legs extended out flat on the floor, or you have the soles of the feet together and the knees falling out on blocks, this is a wonderful back bend for the lower spine, compressing the lower lumbar vertebrae, creating an opening through the chest, the shoulders, and the neck. Noticing where your body makes contact with the floor or with your supports. Letting the back of the skull feel so heavy. Drawing the awareness to the breath. Allowing the belly and the chest to feel really soft as the breath moves in and out, so slow and steady. Gently just let the head rock side to side, massaging the back of the skull. Moving your fingers and rolling out the wrists. And then taking your hands down to the legs if the knees are wide, just helping the knees close and then walking them out long. We'll take our hands just by our sides, coming up onto the elbows and gently coming up off the bolster. And moving from that back bend, we'll come into a forward fold. We'll take our bolsters from behind us. We're just going to place the bolster underneath our knees. So coming into this supported caterpillar, the idea here is that by having the knees really bent, we're going to take some of the tension out of the hamstrings so we can fold a little bit further forward and make this more about the vertebrae of the spine and all of the little muscles, the little erector spinae muscles along the spine. So we'll start to come forward. The hands and the arms are soft, just laying where they're comfortable. And it might feel okay in your body to really let the spine round, the chin coming in towards the chest. The legs are relaxed. Feeling an opening through the lower back. And as we come further forward, we're not only physically folding in, but mentally taking this time to turn the awareness deep inside, just observing our patterns of thought. And over the next few breaths, just slowly walking the hands up the legs towards the torso as the spine rebuilds. Landing at the top, letting the shoulders roll down and away from the ears. Not worrying about what comes next, just pausing in the stillness, relishing in the here and now. We'll open the eyes and just leaning back onto the hands. We'll just take our feet and roll the bolster away from us. There we go. We'll come onto all fours. Letting the belly drop as you let the tailbone move up, the gaze looks up. Exhale, rounding, chin in towards the chest, tailbone dropping. And then coming to a table, we'll take the right knee in towards the right wrist, coming into a sleeping swan. Just checking in with the right knee. You might like to take that extra blanket, place it underneath the right hip. And then taking our bolster, you could have the bolster directly in front of you to come down on, or you could even have your bolster coming off to the side. So the torso comes forward and down. Slowly start to bring weight into the hands. Just bringing the torso up enough so you can move the bolster over, move any props away from underneath the right hip. I'll tuck the back toes and bring the hips up and back into a downward dog, or you might like to just bring the knees down and let the hips sway. So you can choose what kind of movement you'd like to take in between these long holds, that long, deep hip opener. And when you feel you're ready, we'll move into sleeping swan on the other side. Taking the left knee in towards the left wrist, walking the right leg back. Remembering that it's not about how you look in these shapes, it's all about how you feel. So setting yourself up so you know that you'll get sensation through the outer left glute, hip, IT band. We'll bring that bolster in towards us. Choosing where you'd like to have the torso in relation to the legs. And then letting the torso come forward and down. Relaxing through your face and your jaw. Letting the breath be the anchor to the present moment. In this type of meditative practice, it's not about stopping the thoughtness, not stopping the thoughts in the mind. Just like how we can't stop the waves in the sea. But we can learn how to ride those waves, just like how we can learn to watch our thought patterns and maybe learn a little bit about ourselves. Slowly release from this sleeping swan. We'll just move the bolster, move any other props to the side. We'll roll the weight onto the left hip so we can just swing the right leg around and in front of us. We'll bring the weight onto the hands as we lean back and just let the knees fall side to side. And we'll just take a couple breaths where you might like to sit up tall, or if it's okay for your wrists, you could just lean back onto the hands with the legs extended out in front of us. Allowing the eyes to close. Just noticing how the legs feel, how the hips feel. Checking in. Reconnecting with the breath if you've lost the connection. You've got nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. You're committing to this time of self-care. And then coming back up. We're going to come into Twisted Deer. We'll take our bolster just to the front of the mat here, and grabbing our blocks, it might feel nice to have a little bit of elevation with this twist. So you can choose the angle of the bolster. You might like having it just laying down on the mat. That's totally cool. So coming to the base of the bolster, our knees are pointing towards the right. We're going to take our right leg and we're externally rotating the leg out. The left leg internally rotating the leg in. So we've got these deer legs. And we're going to twist towards the bolster. I'm going to use my blanket on my bolster just for a little extra support, extra softness. Anywhere you can find a little extra softness or ease in your practice, then it's a bonus. You could be feeling quite a bit of sensation here through the outer left hip and leg. And of course through the lower back and twisting through the spine. So as long as it's not painful, just breathing into the sensations that you're feeling. releasing from the bolster, moving so slow. We're going to move to the other side just by stacking the knees and then shifting the weight of the hips over. The knees now come to the left, snuggling back up to the bolster. And the left leg externally rotates, right leg internally rotating. You could always have just the knees stacked if that's more comfortable. Twisting towards the bolster. Gently laying the torso down, down. And taking your time to settle in. You might have to wiggle around, finding that sweet spot, not going too deep, too quickly. And then allowing yourself to feel fully supported. Releasing all muscular effort. over the next few breaths, we'll release from this. Slowly moving the knees to center. You could extend the legs out long in front of us. Just letting the knees, legs move side to side. And then turning back towards the bolster, we'll set up for Reclined Goddess. We'll take one block. We're going to place that block on its tallest height. The next block just coming in front. So it's on the middle height, just so we have some support to lay the bolster down onto. It might take a little bit to get that so it feels sturdy. I'm bringing our lower back just to the base of the bolster. Laying back. We'll take our extra blanket, just laying it over the pelvis. The arms just come down by our sides. Closing the eyes. And as we settle into this Reclined Goddess, we'll just move through a body scan from head to toe, starting at the crown of the head, and starting to relax down through the face. Relaxing the skin around the eyes. Relaxing your cheeks and your jaw. Relaxing your throat. Relaxing the shoulders, the chest. The arms are so heavy and relaxed. Wrists and fingers are relaxed. And the softness in the chest moves down, down into the belly. The hips are heavy and soft. The thighs, the kneecaps are relaxed. The calves and the shins relax. Ankles, feet, and toes are soft. And the whole body feels so heavy. Feeling completely supported by the bolster and the mat beneath you. The inhales start to become a little bit deeper and longer. Moving your fingers and your toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Inhaling arms up overhead, reaching through your fingers and toes. Oh. And then we'll take our hands down by the sides of the bolster to press our way up. We'll come together just in a seat. Just letting our hands rest comfortably on the legs. The spine is so tall, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Now we'll bring our hands together at our heart, thumbs pressing into the sternum, humbling the chin, bowing to one another in gratitude. For taking this time to take care of ourselves so we have so much more to give everyone else in our life. Namaste.